Welcome to the Richard Sherman Podcast. Hit that sub button if you're new. We're here to give you great NFL content. Please tune in. Welcome back to the Richard Sherman Podcast, and I'm excited as I can be. Hey, brother, it's been a long time coming. I've been a big fan of your game. Late round draft pick. Well, you was in the 7th. I thought I was doing bad when I went in the 5th, but you went in the 7th, and you've made the best of it. You've been incredible since you got there. Tell me, how has that journey been? Because I heard you worked at Wendy's for a second, and now you starting in your 3rd Super Bowl. Tell me about that.
Well, if you told me 4 or 5 years ago I'd be here today, I'd tell you was lying. I just, put one foot in front of the other and just, each day try to take advantage of every opportunity I was given. Draft day, that was tough. Seeing all these people getting drafted in front of you, but I had an opportunity and I just tried to make the most of it. First game of the year, my rookie year, Trent got hurt, and I had an opportunity to ran with it.
Talk me through, because your journey is so unusual, so different, and I guess it's not unusual because, the NFL is full of special people like yourself, but you went from your high school where you was a man, then you go JC.
Yeah. Then
you get to college and ball out, but then you get drafted 7th round. To walk me through draft day, because my draft day, I was pissed. I'm sitting there waiting. After the first 2 days, my whole family want to do this event. I told them not to do it, and they want to do all this stuff. And then they sitting there on the 3rd day, they don't even show up. They there for the 1st and 2nd days. The 3rd day, the room is empty. And then they call me, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like,
that day is so long, and you're just so anxious and ready to see where you're going to go. I kind of figured I thought I was going probably early 5th, but I was looking at all the corners. I played in the Senior Bowl and went to the Combine, so I was pretty familiar with everyone in that game. And I was like, okay, after Tariq get drafted, because that's my dog, I was like, after Tariq get drafted, I should be the next corner off. So I was just waiting on him to get drafted. And I seen him get drafted, then all these corners I never heard of kept getting drafted in front of me. And I'm getting mad, and I'm supposed to be enjoying my day and spending this time with my fam. And they see the frustration in my face. So they had to take my phone because I'm watching every draft pick. Just went outside, tried to enjoy time with the fam, but I just couldn't. Then I started getting all these calls. If I don't get drafted, where should I go? And I'm thinking I'm calling to get drafted. Then KC finally popped up, and they drafted me, and I was so excited. And I already knew Trent because he was at Washington. And me and Josh played in the same ball together, so we was really close. So it worked out perfect.
Well, when you got there, you must have made a big first impression because you're a 7th rounder. You know how this league go. As you've been in it for a couple years now, and as a 7th rounder, it is what it is. Your draft spot gets you a little bit more leeway, gets you a little bit more opportunity, more plays, more reps. You know what I mean? As a 7th rounder, you might get 1 rep a period. And you better shine. So You must have been out there scrapping.
Yep. If I get 3 reps, I was trying so hard those 3 reps and just scratch car and fight to try to show coaches like they can trust in me. I was always in the film room making sure I knew what to do, so if my time came up, I could, take advantage of it and play fast and not hesitate. Because with this defense, you have to really know ball. Everyone knows how Spags gets. When we first, seeing a playbook, it looked like a different language. We like, what is this? But just sitting in the film room, being able to play fast and, know football. I think me growing up playing quarterback helped me a lot. Being able to, read route concepts and know what the offense is looking for in the defense and how we present the defense.
What made you make the transition? You made it at Washington State, obviously, but what was going through your mind? Why not safety?
I think corner, I can control my destiny the most out of any other position. So I just chose that route.
Bro, I've said the exact same words out of my mouth. That's why I switched from receiver. I was like, I get tired of depending on the quarterback throwing a good football, the offensive line blocking. I got to be the play call for me, and it don't matter if I'm open or not. If all the stuff doesn't go right, I still ain't getting the ball.
Exactly.
In that corner, if I stop you from catching it or I catch it a few times, I'm great. Could you ever imagine having the amount of success you had when you got to Kansas City? Obviously, they were already a power. They had beat us in the Super Bowl right before, a couple years before you came, but they hadn't won it. But you're still in Mahomes' prime, and you come in there and you ain't never seen a season not end with a trip to the Super Bowl.
Right. I mean, no, I don't think anyone thought we would be here, but it's a blessing. I don't take it for granted. I enjoy every single moment, every single practice, spending it with these great guys in the locker room. And it's just a great organization, like top to bottom.
Yeah, y'all had L'Jarius Sneed was there your first year, you know what I mean? And y'all all keep walking out here with these 30 numbers, and before L'Jarius, it was Charvarius, and he was out there in the 3-5, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this something in Kansas City where they tell y'all, hey, you come in, you got to put a 30 number on and go out there and strap? Because, God.
No, it was crazy. I just found out, I want to say last year it was 36 corners drafted, and I was the 35th corner out of 36 drafted. Yeah.
That's cool.
People always ask, like, why are you number 35? I didn't pick the number. It's the number they gave me. But it just so happened I was the 35th out of 36 corner drafted in my class.
Hey, from now on, I'm going with that. Going with that from now on. So tell me your mindset now, because, obviously it's about to be Super Bowl week. It's about to be locked in, but you've been through it so many times. And walk me through your first Super Bowl experience. I've been to 3. Unfortunately, we lost 2 of them, but the experience, once you have the first one, you kind of got a bead for what to expect going in, but your first one had to be kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going there to, be a champion, and with that, it's always going to be history. You're going to be in the history books forever. So it's going to be a lot of distractions, but just like showing the young guys that we're here for one reason, and that's to win this game. So you don't have to be locked in 24/7, but we got to remember why we're there. Let our family and everyone else go out, have fun, and do their thing, but remember why we're going there.
You talked about Spags and the playbook being another language. What has he meant for your growth as a corner, as a player, as a person? Because, I mean, he's obviously known as the best, if not one of the best defensive coordinators in the National Football League, and you've had in your entire career. Talk about his impact on you.
With Spags, even forget the X's and O's, he's just a great leader of men, and he knows how to get everyone locked in, the whole team playing as one, and we play for each other. That's why when you see us, I watch film on receivers and I'm seeing them play other defense, the backside safety might be jogging, then it's a missed tackle, not a tackle. Now the play goes for 45 yards and explosives lead the points pretty much 85, 90% of the time. So just seeing us play on film versus other teams, how all 11 just fly into the ball, he instills that in us. That's every day at practice. He instills so much confidence in me. I think this was the perfect defense for me to come in and really help my career with just pressing every play, which is what I love to do, and just be able to make plays on the ball.
Well, you're doing a great job of that. I mean, your first pick in the National Football League was a 99-yard pick 6. I mean, you can't write it up better than that.
Yeah, you can't. Never forget that day, boy.
Kate, look, I had McDuffie on earlier in the season, and he hadn't got one yet. And then he got 2 back-to-back, but he was like, man, I can't wait to get my first one. I said, you've been strapping for a long time not to put your hands on the football, man. I know it's coming.
He dropped about 3, but we all knew it was coming sooner or later.
This ain't no little itty-bitty, teeny-tiny bowl. This is Super Bowl 59. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 59. Scoring touchdowns is key to hoisting the Lombardi Trophy, and you have a shot by betting on them at DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple, like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the promo code RICHARD, That's code Richard for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Y'all run a great scheme, man. Y'all do a great job. Y'all did a great job against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills and stopping the tush push. You know what I mean? Obviously, they got all the controversy. Did he get it? Did he not get it? Clearly, he didn't get it, because if he got it, then they would have gave him the first down. But, that's a story for a different day. I don't feel like arguing with these people no more, because I'm a defensive player. Yeah, and I hate to hear these people. They get 1,000 rules in their favor, and then they want to complain about every single thing. Hey, you touched this dude. You tackled him low. You tackled him high. You grabbed him over here. You spit around and your body landed on his ankle. Like, come on now. But during the week that y'all practice to work on stopping that, because you're not going live in practice. And I know them D linemen ain't sitting there really bashing heads. And y'all gonna have to, never mind. Don't tell me, because y'all gonna have to do it again this next week.
Right.
But that's been such a really pivotal play for Buffalo, and obviously a pivotal play for the Eagles. That's obviously a point of conversation. And some of y'all feel confident y'all have been able to stop.
Right. It's tough, because if you look at it, basically every first down is now 1st and 9, because once they get their 9 yards, you already know it's coming. Like you said, we're going against it again, so I can't say too much. But Spags, he's an intelligent man.
Yeah, I agree. And it was something, we're not going to talk about it, because I don't want to talk logistics of Super Bowl week, and I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But it's really cool, the plan that y'all had with Josh. Talk about your technique as a corner and anybody that you looked up to when formulating, because you press, you up there, you freaking nose on nose. Just about every time I see you. I mean, even your off is good, but we 6'2". Our off ain't gonna be what Trent's is. Yeah, that's why I tell these boys, y'all feet get in the ground quicker than ours. Like, I need to be up there.
No, it was you and Jalen Ramsey. That was my favorite too.
That's good ones. That's good ones. I mean, press is such a art, and you step. Not everybody steps. A lot of dudes motor out. I don't know what y'all call it, but a lot of dudes do that motor out technique. But your step kick is smooth. You patient as ever. We had y'all very first game against the Chargers, and that's when they showed you, and it was you and Charvarius out there, and you were a rookie that they drafted in the 7th round, and I want to say you gave up like 2 catches or 3 catches in the game, but you were like all contested grabs, all right on their back, all right there. And for a rookie to come in playing like that at corner, even if you're a first rounder, it's like impressive. But for you to come in as a 7th rounder and be that prepared, like I know you said, hey, Trent got hurt and I was ready for my moment, but that's easier said than done. Talk me through your process and your mindset during that game.
Growing up, anyone that's ever known me always know I'm a super confident person. Like, it got ridiculous to where people thought I was arrogant, but that's just the confidence level I have in myself. I always grew up like that. Younger, playing with the older kids. I used to be the first one picked up. They know I'm going to talk trash. They know I'm going to compete. And that's what I want to do. I want to compete against the best people at the highest level. So this is what I dreamed of. I can't shy away from it. And I just use it as fuel, being a 7th round draft pick and showing everyone what they missed out on passing up on me.
No question. That was the shit. Preach.
Yeah.
But you go from Augusta, Georgia to the Pacific Northwest. You talk about a change. Right. That's crazy. Washington State Pullman is cool, but it's the only thing up there.
Yeah.
Like, that had to be a little bit of a culture shock.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, going out to JUCO, I went to JUCO at Cali, so all the schools recruiting was mostly out west. And it was so cold. It was so cold when I went to Washington State, but I was kind of used to the West Coast vibe, but it was a little different than it was in LA than Pullman. But I enjoyed it, man. It was a great college atmosphere. All they knew was football and party. I tried to stay out of that, but yeah, it was a good college atmosphere. That's the type of college I wanted to go to. And I come to Kansas, it's just like the same type vibe here. It's just football. Everyone loves it here. So and it's cold here too, so I was kind of used to it.
I was about to say, everything prepared you for where you are right now.
Yeah.
No question about it. How much family you got potentially coming to the Super Bowl? You know, I mean, it's a quick trip. It's probably as close as any of y'all Super Bowls have been.
Yep.
So you got a lot of people. You got more people coming to this one than came to the other two?
Nah, same amount. Got about 7, 8. Can't keep adding people. You know them Super Bowl tickets.
Yes, I do. They'll take your whole check.
Yeah, the whole check.
But I'm happy to hear you doing well, man. I'm proud of you. You're a freaking fantastic player. You get books in the playoffs. It doesn't seem like the playoffs affect you. You obviously got injured this year against San Francisco. That was tough. You know, broke your fibula. I imagine your mind was, 1,000 places. But to be able to come back and be prepared for the playoffs the way you have and to take off where you left off, how did you do that? And talk me through the conversations with Andy Reid and Spags, because sometimes coaches get real, tight about the playoffs, especially when you ain't been playing. You know what I mean? Like, you were the starter and you got injury. You never lose your spot to injury is what they say, but you get to the playoffs and you ain't played and they're like, I don't know if I want to bring you back right now.
Right. I couldn't do none of it without God, honestly. Like, I was in a very depressed state of my life, and I was just getting in my word more, and it was helping me a lot more than just sitting back in Kansas. It's not anything to do but football here. And before I got my surgery, my surgeon told me I'm probably out for the season. And as soon as he said the word "but," my eyes lit up. Every day I just try to take advantage of each day, work my butt off to get back, and I started getting close. She was like, my trainer, she was like, "Oh, you're looking good right now. You're moving faster than expected." And once I hear that, I just started going harder every day. I think I came back 2 months before expected, and it was just a blessing. And with Spags and OBC, Coach Merritt, our corners coach, like, once that 21-day window opened, they said I had to show them at practice. And if that didn't feel like I was ready, I wouldn't play. So I just blessed my butt that whole time. And I did what I needed to do to get back on the field. And it's just a blessing to be out here with my teammates. It's a blessing to be in another Super Bowl. Just had that brotherhood, that locker room talk that I was missing. I just missed it all, and I had to get back to it.
Talk about that brotherhood, because there's a lot of talented defenses. There's a lot of good coordinators. But what y'all have been able to do for the past 3 years, like in playoffs, in the regular season, like it's now considered with one of the best quarterbacks of all time, a defensive team. Talk about like the relationship with Reid and McDuffie and Bolton and Chris Jones and all the special players that y'all have on that defense.
Yeah, everyone's just so close-knit. Like, it's literally a brotherhood. We hang out with each other outside of practice. Then you think about it, you got the Fab Five with me, Josh, NJ, Trent, and Cook, and Reid and Deion Bush. We all came in together the same year. So that was all our first year. We all didn't know the playbook together, and now we all know it. We all came in here. We all close. We spend time with each other. It's so many just friendly people, like during competition battles, everyone willing to help. It's no ill will towards anyone. And just to be in a group and hear the other players talk from their experience on other teams, they say it's not like this. So I know it's a special group, and you can see how we play on the field together, that everyone's brothers, everyone enjoys playing with each other. And you never know whose last game is going to be that you're playing with. So just try to end out on a good note.
Trent and Reid said, man, no matter what happens in games, just as a team and as a defensive unit, y'all never stop believing. You know what I mean? And that just goes back to what you're speaking on, the brotherhood, the trust, you know what I mean, being with each other all the time. But he says no matter what the scores look like or what just happened in the game, you always feel like it's going to work out and you're going to end up winning.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, how we have one of the best quarterbacks ever. and we're kind of known as a defensive team now. Us as a defense, we know we have the best quarterback. So we always know we have a chance to win. And Spags hold us to such a high standard. If we're winning at halftime, that should be game in his mind. So, I mean, it works hand in hand.
Welcome back to the Richard Sherman podcast, presented by our friends and partners over at Breitling, the premier luxury watch brand out of Switzerland. This year is their 140th anniversary. I'm so excited. Got the watch. Got to do the Shador Sanders. You know what I mean?
I got my Honolulu blue and silver Detroit Lion Breitling on. I know Richard's got a San Francisco 49ers one on.
Players in Prime Time is brought to you by our partners at Breitling. This week, it's, of course, Saquon Barkley, who shined in his Eagles debut. If you got any sponsors, well, I know you got Breitling. You got Breitling. You got that Honolulu blue Breitling, I heard. And to be with such a prestigious luxury watch brand, I'm thrilled. Visit Breitling.com or check out a local authorized dealer to cop you a timepiece of your own. Now, this is selfishly personal for me. I got to know that last play, the pressure, because Spags going 2 pressures back to back and he disguising it the way I don't need the X's and O's or secrets. I just, like, when that call came in, what were you thinking? Because y'all pressed the pressure, and for him to pressure the nub side and the safeties to rotate late, I was like, these boys are nuts for the game.
Yeah. So, It was a TV timeout. Nick is the brains of the defense. Him and Spags are like crazy. So I'm standing in the middle of the field. I'm just psyching myself out. Like, whatever he called, this ball will not get caught on me there, not getting this first down. I see them talking. Nick come back and he tell us the call. I said, ooh. I had 2 sacks last year, and both of my sacks came off that exact same play. Like, that pressure hits every time, and he did a good job. Whatever he called, we was gonna trust in him. But I think everyone that knows ball knows some type of blitz was gonna come, and he got home. Trent came free. George did a good job not letting Josh roll out to his right, and so he had to throw it up and. Fortunate for us, we got the dub.
No question. But even after that happened, it was a lot of chaos because you in the back end, that's what people don't. Everybody's looking at the quarterback and the pressure. I'm looking at the back end and the way they're getting attacked. And I'm like, like, I don't think it's a bust. I think it might just be a weakness of the coverage, and that's what some people don't understand. It's not always an answer for 100% of everything. Just because you call something don't mean it's an answer for every single thing the offense can present. They think, oh, man, somebody was open. Somebody must have made a mistake. Like, no, nobody made a mistake. The pressure getting home is what's supposed to happen if somebody's open. Like, if somebody open is because the pressure got home. That's the weakness of the defense. But as a secondary, y'all do such a great job of playing off each other, even like manipulating the coverage and making the coverage come to life. It's so cool to watch, man. And that ain't a question or anything. That's just me giving the cap tip to y'all defense, man. Y'all do a hell of a job.
Appreciate that, man. So fun to play in.
It looked like it. We played a lot of good defense, but ours was a lot simpler. Ours was more Jimmys and Joes than scheme. But
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to take up too much notice. I appreciate you giving me the time. If you got any questions for me or want to ask me anything or you know what I mean, go back and forth, anything you got for me, I'm happy to answer about anything.
Who the toughest receiver you went against?
Megatron. It's him. I'm telling you, like, bro, when you put on the tape and you look at a dude who getting biced by people, and then he catching the ball over 3 people, and then our coach came in a meeting, bro, and 2012. He put a tape on of the Saints vicing him on the goal line at like the 3, and he was like, "Yeah, we thinking about installing this." Me and the other corner, Brandon Brown, walked out the meeting and said, "Hey, y'all gonna have to put somebody else in to do that. He gonna have to show me. He gonna have to show me that he like that. Like, you ain't about to put nobody next to me. The hell I look like."
You know, it's crazy. That same thing happened last year with Snead. I forget who we were playing. It maybe been the Bengals with Chase.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a possible vice if they presented a certain look. And Steve was like, boy, don't you come out here.
So disrespectful.
Like, as a DB, you just too prideful. You cannot let that happen. Like, we might can bracket or disguise it. We are not both about the punt return protection. No.
We not doing it. Because if he somehow get both of us, we'll never live it down. Not
You
ever.
really supposed to be in the league.
He's supposed to be here. So, but he was like that now. He was fully like that. But I said, hey, I'm like that too now. I'm 6'3". I'm supposed to be built to stop him. But when I tell you my whole plan was to never let him get comfortable, never let him get to like even or shoulder in front, like with space on that red line, if that boy gave me a hezzy, straight to the cutoff angle. I'm straight to the cutoff angle. You can run as many slants as you want, Calvin.
Yeah.
You ain't running no 9 and catching this over on top of my head.
Yeah,
I got kids.
You get cut on Sports Center.
Yeah, no, I wasn't doing that. But he was the toughest, man, because he just did so many things well. He was fast. Julio's right next to him because Quintor's boy was like covering a horse.
Yeah, that was my boy. I grew up a Falcons fan. That's what I wanted you to say, but I understand.
No, they won A1B, and ain't no disrespect to Quintor's, but that boy, you got your hands fully full when he step on that field. He runs hard. That boy running routes like what the Renners do. And if he don't get these feet in the ground, his family is out in the cold. You cover him, you could have all the understanding of their scheme and this and that. And I know the splits and I know all this, but he was built in a lab. And whatever y'all got in the water in Georgia, he had a lot of it.
Yeah. That's all the questions I had. I gotta go get this treatment.
Respect and love, and good luck on your 3rd Super Bowl, brother. I hope you ball out. I hope you get defense MVP.
Yeah, that'd be great. Appreciate you for having me.
Anytime, brother.